Once upon a time, in a quiet village surrounded by rolling hills and sparkling streams, lived a man named John. John was like most people in the village. He worked hard in his fields, shared stories with friends, and enjoyed the cool breeze under the great oak tree in the village square. But deep inside, John felt something was missing. He couldn't explain what it was, but he always believed there must be more to life. One golden evening, as John was walking home after a long day of work, he noticed his shadow stretching out long and dark behind him. The setting sun cast it far across the dusty road. John stopped and stared. "Why does my shadow always seem to run away from me?" he wondered aloud. "When I walk toward it, it moves farther ahead. Maybe, just maybe, if I could catch it, I'd find something important, perhaps even happiness." From that moment, John became determined. He decided he would catch his shadow no matter how long it took. The next morning, as the first rays of the sun lit up the village, John was ready. He laced up his sturdy boots, packed some bread and water, and set off running toward the rising sun, where his shadow stretched long in front of him. He ran through the village square, past the baker's shop where the smell of fresh bread filled the air. He dashed by the blacksmith hammering iron, and through fields of golden wheat swaying gently in the breeze. But no matter how fast John ran, his shadow stayed just out of reach. When he got closer, it would stretch even farther ahead. "Tomorrow, I'll run faster," John thought as he collapsed under a tree that evening, too tired to eat or think. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months. John ran through forests and valleys, across streams and over hills. His clothes became tattered, his face sunburned, and his boots worn out. He grew thin and weary, but he never stopped chasing his shadow. In his endless pursuit, John forgot about the simple joys he once loved. The warm bread from the baker, the songs sung by villagers in the evening, the laughter of children playing by the stream. His friends missed him and often wondered where he had gone. One cloudy afternoon, after running for hours, John came to a wide, peaceful river. Exhausted, he sat down by the water's edge, defeated and hopeless. He gazed at his reflection, wondering why he felt emptier than ever before. Just then, an old man with a kind face appeared, leaning on a walking stick. His eyes sparkled with wisdom. "Young man," the old man said gently, "why are you sitting here looking so lost?" "I've been chasing my shadow," John sighed, hoping it would lead me to happiness. "But no matter how fast I run, I can't catch it." The old man chuckled softly. "You're chasing something you'll never catch, my boy. Shadows are tricky, they always move when you move." "But what can I do?" John asked desperately. The old man smiled knowingly. "Turn around and walk the other way." John frowned, confused. "Walk away from my shadow?" "Yes," the old man nodded. "Walk toward the light. Focus on what's around you, not on chasing what you cannot hold." Curiosity sparked within John. He slowly stood up and turned his back to the river, walking away from his shadow. To his amazement, his shadow followed quietly behind him, no longer running ahead. For the first time in months, John noticed the warmth of the sun on his face, the soft rustling of leaves in the breeze, and the sound of birds singing in the trees. The river sparkled like silver, and the air smelled fresh and sweet. He smiled, a real peaceful smile, something he hadn't done in a long time. John returned to his village, where everyone welcomed him with open arms. He spent time with old friends, helped the baker make bread, and laughed with the children playing near the stream. He worked in his fields with joy and sat under the great oak tree, sharing stories like he used to. He had stopped chasing his shadow, and true happiness followed him wherever he went. Whenever someone in the village felt restless or lost, John would tell them his story. Happiness is like a shadow. If you chase it, it will run from you. But if you turn toward the light and live fully, it will follow you quietly, every step of the way. And so, the village became known as the happiest place in the land, all because of a man who stopped chasing his shadow and started living his life.